Hi everyone, my name is Pamela Wagner and I teach at universities for over 8 years now, since 2018. And I keep getting messages from students all over the world, from young people all over the world, about how to enter the field of digital marketing, how to get started, how to learn more, how to start in a field when you have had no experience in it. And so there was this one woman's message, this one young woman's message that I want to highlight. And she gave me a couple of good prompts. She said, "Hey, I wanted to learn more about your experience in marketing and branding. And I have so many questions, but I've narrowed them down to just a few. Since I'm not studying marketing at university, I've been learning mostly in my own time. From your personal experience, what skills or knowledge do you think are most crucial when starting out in marketing?" These days, what's most crucial are two aspects. First, the willingness to learn. It's an ever-evolving field. What works this year might not work next year. So your attitude to keep evolving, to keep learning is extremely important, and it will set you apart. And the second aspect is AI. How do you use AI in marketing? How do you learn about it? How do you use it to make processes better? How do you use it to analyze data? If you can show me that you have learned at least a little bit about it, or that you've had some experience, maybe some projects around it, that'll be super helpful. She goes on to say, are there any books, courses, certifications, podcasts, and so on that you'd recommend? Even for my students, I don't give them any books to read because most books in this subject are outdated by the time that they're published. So forget books for now. In terms of courses or certifications, typically anything that Google does is pretty decent and okay. So you can go to Google Skillshare, and then you have all kinds of like Google Analytics certifications, Google Ads certifications, measurement certifications, tag manager certifications, and all of those are free. And if you add them as a student to your LinkedIn profile, it will be beneficial for being more visible in search, for highlighting something else that you did besides just getting a grade in a course. And in terms of podcast, there are a lot of podcasts out there. I would say just give a few a listen. Go to whatever platform you like to consume podcasts most on. Type in marketing, type in data analytics, see what shows up, and just try them out. Because honestly, there are so many available and there's something for everyone. And what might resonate with me might not resonate with others. She also asks, what do you feel helped you succeed in digital marketing? So one of the things that I've done early on is building a personal brand. Whether that is by working at companies that one knows, like I used to work at Google, or I became a Forbes 30 and a 30 honoree back in 2017, or I decided to do another master's degree at Harvard. So I engage consciously with bigger brands because I know that that helps add credibility to the work that I do. So for example, in terms of my speaking engagements, I spoke at the UN, I spoke at Salesforce, I spoke at Ernst & Young, and plenty others, right? So build your personal brand. Tell people what you're working on. Tell people what excites you in this space. And when other people know what you're working on, what you're good and what excites you in this space, they automatically want to engage with you. And this is especially important coming from a culture that that teaches you to be humble, where you really have to make an active effort to talk about yourself in a positive way. And she also asks, what are some things you wish you'd known earlier when you first entered the field? Sales skills. And when I joined Google, I had the chance to join either the sales team or like the customer support facing team. And I went to the customer support facing team because I grew up with a mindset about sales that it's sleazy and you never want to be a salesperson. Like that's just, these are like, people. But when you have your own company, when you want to progress in life, when you want to get a promotion, you got to know how to sell yourself or your product or your service. So sales skills is actually something that should be taught at university, if not in school. It's so important in your life. So learn sales skills early on. jump into the cold water. Sell something. Trust me, it will help you a lot. And she goes on to say, I'm so inspired by your career journey, so thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to share your wisdom. I truly appreciate it. You're so welcome. Let me know what other questions you have about a career in digital marketing, how to enter that space, how to progress in that space, or just let me know below. Start right here. What did you do really well in digital marketing recently? What did you do really well in your career recently? I want to hear it. The world wants to hear it. So use the space to share a bit more about it. I'll see you soon.